David Ortiz has undergone surgery in the Dominican Republic. Police say Big Papi was shot in the back at close range at a bar in Santo Domingo. WBZ-TV's Anna Myler.
Police say a crowd at the bar beat the alleged gunman, and they confirmed that a suspect is in custody. The Red Sox released a statement saying, in part, we have offered David's family all available resources to aid in his recovery and will continue to keep them in our hearts.
His family says Ortiz is in stable condition and expected to survive. Police say they're working on a motive. President Trump says Mexico is doing more for the U.S. on illegal immigration than Democrats. He's tweeting about a new deal that'll save Mexico from 5% tariffs by sending thousands of police officers to the border with Guatemala. Mexico's ambassador to the U.S., Marta Bárcena Coqui, tells CBS's Face the Nation it'll slow the flow of migrants.
We would hope that this will bring results in a very relative short term, like in a month or a month and a half.
Tensions are rising a notch between Washington and Tehran. Iran's foreign minister today says the U.S. cannot expect to stay safe after launching what he calls an economic war. New report is questioning financial oversight at the NRA. Live to correspondent Vicki Barker.
One National Rifle Association board member was paid $400,000 for public outreach and firearms training. Another $28,000 for articles in NRA publications. In all, says the Washington Post, 18 members of the 76-member board collected money from the gun rights group in recent years. Yet these are the people meant to oversee its finances. All this amid reports of lavish spending by NRA executives financed by members' dues. Deborah.
Six Flags Magic Mountain reopens today, northwest of L.A. Everyone had to get out after a wildfire turned the daytime sky dark.
It was bad because that was when the smoke was, you couldn't breathe. And so kids were like crying.
At least 6 wildfires are burning right now across California. It was a big night for Broadway. They handed out the Tony Awards in New York.
And the American Theatre Wing's Tony Award goes to The Ferryman.
The Irish family drama took Best Play. The jazzy musical Hadestown, Best Musical. Bryan Cranston won drama for Network Best Actor. He took a veiled swipe at the president.
The media is not the enemy of the people. Demagoguery is the enemy of the people.
This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Rock Legends, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. After rocker Jeff Lynne left ELO, he went to write a handful of records for Tom Petty, a collaboration that was born on the side of a road.
And he honked his horn and said, pull over. And he went, yeah, do you fancy doing some work together, like writing some tunes together? And the next thing I knew, we'd written Free Falling.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Pros do it right by relying on trusted brands to get the job done. Lowe's is here to help with more of those brands in stock, like DeWalt and Little Giant. We stock the largest in-store selection of DeWalt power tools and accessories of any national retailer. Now save $60 on a 2-pack of DeWalt 20-volt max batteries, now just $99. Plus, we now offer the Little Giant King Combo ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder, giving you the flexibility to do just about any job for only $159. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offer valid through 6/16, U.S. only.
Get ready for sticker shock at the grocery store. You can thank flooding in the Midwest.
Many Midwest farmers are way behind schedule with spring planting because of seemingly relentless rain.
Only about a quarter of the Illinois corn crop was planted when normal would be more like 85 or 90%.
Agricultural economist Scott Irwin says it's a ripple effect. A poor harvest will lead to higher commodity prices, which could then lead to higher prices for meat, milk, eggs, and processed foods. Jim Krasula, CBS News, Chicago.
A recall at the mall. The FDA says JoJo Siwa's makeup kits that are sold at Claire's could be contaminated with trace amounts of asbestos. They come with eyeshadow, lip gloss, and nail polish targeted at young girls and teens. 16-year-old Siwa starred on Dance Moms before she became a breakout star on YouTube. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hey guys, Ken here from Income Store. I needed to take a minute just to brag on our almost 200 amazing employees. In 2009, we changed our tagline to, "We can grow any business in any industry at any time." The world trusted us and helped us become a 5-time Inc. 5000 honoree. Our 200 employees have done 2 major things at the same time. We manage 1,800 money-making websites and over 260 e-commerce sites for our client partners across the globe. 34% of Americans visited one of these assets last year. But at the same time, these amazing employees have stopped their life every single week and recorded videos and podcasts of exactly how we grow these digital assets. If you're looking to figure out how we do it, just go to door number 1. It's free. You can study thousands of hours of material on how to grow your business. If you have money but no time, go to door number 2. It's a bit pricey, but our managed services are absolutely incredible. You got to check out incomestore.com. Our 200 employees are absolutely amazing.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
Glasgow consists of over 8,000 homes and businesses, with a power and broadband grid consisting of 11,452 poles and 1,437 miles of electric and cable lines that are all powered by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. The Glasgow EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on GlasgowEPB.net.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Good morning. You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. It's 68 degrees, 7 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour here from WCLU. The live and local morning show is on the air. We've got some folks to say happy birthday to get this Monday morning, the 10th day of June. Yes, we've already barreled through 10 days here. We're in the process of that. Let me tell you who we know about celebrating birthdays today here on WCLU. We've got Lori Wheeler, and we understand that Lori is 42 today. Donald Hawks is 92. Happy birthday to Nancy Payne. Courtney Britt. Tony McHouston with a birthday. Jacob Walker is 25, we understand. David Pierce is 57. Chad Bull turns 38 today. Eric Neal with a birthday. Marie Owens with a birthday today. And one anniversary already this early hour. It's the anniversary of Johnny and Debbie Ritter. It's number 42 for the Ritters today. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. Let us know. We got a birthday cake from Dairy Queen to give away. And we also have a beautiful rose from Greer's Florist to give away, and a whole lot more. First things first, you wonder what Ray Stajic wants to talk about weather-wise today? Well, going to kind of wrap up the weekend, first of all, Ray.
Some got bunches of rain, some maybe not as much. Some areas picking up 5-6 inches of rain. So there were pockets of heavier rainfall. The good news now is that we're settling back in for what looks to be a little bit drier weather pattern. Not going to say there's not going to be any rain today, but it'll be scattered around once again, still on the backside of upper-level low pressure. What that means for you is more scattered showers around this morning. Patchy fog this afternoon. The sun may try to pop out. Sun and clouds for the afternoon commute, 76 on a northwest breeze. Tonight we'll clear it out very comfortable, a drop in the humidity, 50. Tomorrow cloudy, 76. Wednesday, thunderstorms in the afternoon, upper 70s, but a dry Thursday and Friday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Well, let's talk about the rain. First of all, yesterday, and only yesterday, we got 37/100ths of an inch of rain, 0.37. But if you add up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you get 6.68 inches. You know, Ray said some folks got 5 or 6 inches. If you add it up, looking since Thursday, we're one of those folks, 6.68. Barometer this morning is down at 29.93. I guess we're already up at 29.93 because it's been much lower than that through this low pressure that moved through the area. 96% humidity, west winds at a couple of miles an hour. 68 WCLU 610. Brennan Crane and local news next. Riley Dental Group, a group of dedicated and highly trained dentists who are committed to you and your family's dental health. Dr. Matthew Riley, Dr. Amy Norris Cassidy, and Dr. Jim Thurman. 3 professionals who encourage and facilitate excellent dental care. With the latest in technology, Riley Dental Group offers sedation dentistry for many procedures. They are the well-established source for dental implants in this area, which has changed so many patients' lives. Of course, dental care begins with hygiene. The dental hygienists at Riley Dental Group keep your teeth clean and coach you as you take care of your teeth at home. Commit to taking better care of your dental health. Get the Riley Dental Group on your side today. Call 651-5939. That's 651-5939 and get started. Riley Dental Group, 101 State Avenue in Glasgow.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. D.T. Froge is still a member of the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. In a letter Friday afternoon, Mayor Harold M.D. Armstrong wrote, quote, I asked him to remain on the board, and at this time he remains a board member. Armstrong initially refused Froge's letter of resignation, saying, quote, he brings a lot, and we are lucky to have people of his caliber to serve on our local boards of any kind. According to Armstrong, quote, I have great respect for his knowledge and experience. Armstrong credits Froge's business experience as a reason to keep him as a board member. Armstrong said Froge has some travel planned and may be away for some time. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday around 3:39 in the afternoon on the Louis B. Nunn Cumberland Parkway. The Barron Metcalf EMS responded, and there were 2 house fires yesterday. The first reported house fire was shortly before 4 yesterday afternoon at 706 North Green Street. The Glasgow Fire Department responded, and the last reported incident on the 911 activity report was another house fire around 8:20 last night. The fire occurred at 9495 Happy Valley Road. The Cave City Fire Department, Park City Fire Department, Hinesville Fire Department, Barron Metcalf EMS, and Cave City Police responded. Congressman Brett Guthrie recently announced that the U.S. Department of Agriculture Office of Rural Development is awarding a $50,000 grant to Cave City to improve emergency services in the city. Cave City Public Works Director Robert Smith says this is the 3rd time Cave City has received the grant. The grant will go toward purchasing a new police vehicle and a new medical emergency truck for the Cave City Fire Department.
City will be required to pay the difference between the cost of the grant and the 2 vehicles, which will be approximately $22,000 for the city. We were very fortunate in getting this. It will allow the fire department to have a faster response time, a better equipped medical truck that is more suitable than the current truck we're having to use. The police vehicle will help keep our fleet up to date. We've been very fortunate in getting these grants and allowing us to rotate our police vehicles out. Anytime we can upgrade our equipment, it's a benefit to the citizens, and needless to say, a great benefit to our budget when we can acquire such funding.
The Barron County Fiscal Court Transportation Committee is set to meet at 9 this morning. The committee will look at the annual management plan for the Austin boat ramp. The committee will also hear a speed limit petition for Old Scottsville Loop number 1. According to documents from the county judge executive's office, 29 residents of the neighborhood have presented a petition to the court to have the speed limit posted at 30 miles per hour and to have school bus warning signs along the road. The Glasgow City Council is set to meet tonight for the first time in more than 3 weeks. The council did not meet at the end of May due to the Memorial Day holiday. There is a municipal road hearing shortly before the meeting. The hearing begins at 6:45 tonight, followed by the council meeting at 7 p.m. There are several items on the agenda, including the swearing in of firefighters and a police officer, as well as several reappointments. The council will also hear the reading of an ordinance for next year's fiscal budget. You can find the stream of the meeting tonight at WCLUradio.com and on EPB Channel 6. And the city is paving a series of roads in a Glasgow neighborhood this week. According to a release from the city, crews will work in the Valley View, Lynn Court, Ann Avenue, Sherry Drive, and Westview Drive neighborhoods. The city asked that no vehicles be parked alongside these roads while pavement is completed. Paving projects are expected to be completed by the end of June. We have 68 degrees at WCLU. We'll be right back for more local news.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say I do to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In more news this hour, a trial date has been set for a former University of Kentucky student charged with driving under the influence and reckless homicide in the death of a 4-year-old boy. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports the trial of a 19-year-old Jacob Hill is set for April 6th. Authorities say Macro Lee Shemwell was crossing a road near the school's football stadium with his family in September when he was fatally hit by a car driven by Hill. A police report says Hill had a blood alcohol level of .051 after the crash. The legal limit for people younger than 21 is .02. Those 21 and older have a limit of .08. He's pleaded not guilty to both charges. The fraternity Hill pledged, Alpha Tau Omega, has since dissolved its UK chapter. Ecologists with the National Park Service has led an effort with the Cumberland Piedmont Network to monitor more than 100 species of crickets living inside Mammoth Cave. Cave crickets are also an essential element of subsurface ecosystems. Declines in cave cricket populations can be an early warning of issues with the cave ecosystem health. The team estimated it found about 100 crickets within a few feet of the entrance. The largest cluster within the sample site was 350 crickets in a dark crevice. They weren't just counting crickets to estimate their populations, however. Scientists are examining the ratios of adults to juveniles and males to females, and specific meteorological conditions such as temperature, relative humidity, and airflow trends. Understanding these factors helps park staff better manage the ecology of the cave, and that's the ultimate goal of the monitoring effects. Earlier this year, the first global review of insect populations revealed that 40% of insect species are threatened with extinction. The rate of insect extinction is 8 times greater than that of mammals, birds, and reptiles. The largest threat is habitat loss by conversion to intensive agriculture, followed by agrochemical pollutants, invasive species, and climate change, according to the review published by Biological Conservation. Cave crickets do not appear to be in this category based on initial data gatherings at Mammoth Cave. Scientists say that recent dry weather contributed to slightly smaller numbers on that recent visit. Scientists plan to return in December. The first runner-up in last year's Miss Kentucky pageant is now wearing the crown. News outlets report Lexington native Alex Frank won the competition Saturday night at the Brown Theater in Louisville. Frank will represent Kentucky in the Miss America pageant later this year. And the American Battlefield Trust has recognized the Kentucky Heritage Land Conservation Fund for helping preserve battlefields and historic sites. American Battlefield Trust President James Litzisser recognized the fund last week for, quote, a monumental contribution to the Perryville Battlefield State Historic Site in Boyle County. The fund is a program of the Office of Kentucky Nature Preserves in the Energy and Environment Cabinet. Sale of, quote, nature's finest license plates partly funded. It has funded the conservation of more than 90,000 acres since 1994. That includes part of the Perryville Battlefield State Historic Site, the Battle of Mumfordville at Green River National Area, and Blue Licks Battlefield State Park and Nature Preserve. It also includes Tebbs Bend Battlefield Heritage Area, Camp Nelson National Monument, Fort Hyman National Battlefield, and the Lincoln Boyhood Home. We have 68 degrees at WCLU. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMCs, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, hand-shaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
Monday, June 10th at 1:30, Cattleman's Livestock Market, Rockfield, Kentucky, will conduct the auction dispersal of a quality herd with 245 head. There are 95 cow-calf pairs, 22 bred cows, and 27 yearling heifers. 60 cows are less than 5 years old. 6 bulls will also be sold. That's Monday, June 10th, beginning at 1:30 at Cattleman's Livestock Market, 210 Stamps Road, Rockfield, just off 6880 at the Logan-Warren County line. For details, contact the stockyard at 270-542-2454.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kroger is recalling certain brands of berries over worries about a hepatitis A contamination that was discovered during a frozen berry sampling by the Food and Drug Administration. The private selection frozen triple berry medley 16 ounce and 48 ounces sizes that had best buy dates of June 19th and July 7th of 2020, and the private selection frozen berry 16 ounce size with best buy date of June 19th and July 2nd of 2020 are the ones being recalled. A closed plant is finally demolished.
Louisville Gas and Electric brought down the last standing parts of the Cane Run generating station on Saturday. The boiler house and the stacks of the old coal-fired plant are now history. It's been 4 years since the plant generated its final power after 61 years of service. Cane Run was best known for installing some of the nation's first sulfur dioxide removal systems, known as scrubbers. Today on the same property, LG&E uses a natural gas-fired plant. I'm Matt Reese.
A woman in Butler County is offering a reward to anyone with information about who killed 2 of her potbelly pigs. Sunny Howell said she had just come home from an anniversary dinner with her husband on Thursday evening when she made a heartbreaking discovery. The animals were dead inside their shed in Howell's backyard. Howell said she believes that they had been beaten to death. A third pig, Gypsy, was not hurt. All 3 potbellies worked as therapy pigs, traveling around to provide emotional support to all people in need. I'm India Jones.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I remember as a young girl going to Community Trust Bank with my mom. She would pack us all up, and then we'd all go inside. Now I have 2 little girls of my own, and I look back, and I don't know how she did it. I still bank at Community Trust. They have 79 branch locations, over 100 ATM locations, online banking and mobile banking. They've made it so much easier for me and my family. And that's what I love about Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
For Father's Day, give Dad the gift of ultimate comfort. An amazing recliner from Ford's Furniture, like the Starship.
This chair in your choice of colors features power for easy adjustments into multiple reclining positions, power headrest, and power lumbar control to soothe sore, tired muscles. Added features include a cup holder and a storage pouch, on sale for Father's Day for only $7.99 or less than $17 a month with 48 months interest-free financing. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News. It is 6:25. We have 68 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Eugenia G. Parrish, age 99, of Glasgow, died Friday at NHC Healthcare. A native of Hart County, a daughter of the late Johnny C. King and Katie L. Peterson King. She was a retired bookkeeper and homemaker and a longtime member of Glasgow Baptist Church. Survivors include her son, Danny B. Parrish, and wife, Linda of Houston, two grandchildren, Mark Parrish and wife, Kelly, and their children, Mary Grace Parrish and Gabriella Catherine Parrish, and Molly B. Tilton and husband, Aaron, two nephews, Mickey King and Andrew King. In addition to her parents, she was preceded in death by her husband, Edwin B. Parrish, and a granddaughter, Katrin D. Parrish. Funeral services for Eugenia G. Parrish will be held Tuesday at 1 o'clock at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins at 4 o'clock this afternoon at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Alternate expressions of sympathy can take the form of contributions to Alzheimer's research or the Glasgow Baptist Church. Lavinia Adeline Gentry Sumner, age 95, of Smiths Grove, died Saturday. She was born in Edmonson County to the late Harry and Nell Gentry. Ad is survived by her husband of 67 years, Alvis L. Sumner, two sons, Alan G. Sumner and L. Riley Sumner, five grandchildren, Chuck Sumner, Katie Doyle, Jacob Sumner, Allison Raymer, and Thomas Sumner, 9 grandchildren, and a brother, Harry A. Gentry, of Raleigh, North Carolina. Ad was a 1941 graduate of Brownsville High School and joined the war effort as a cockpit electrician for Curtis Wright, and then worked for Reynolds Aluminum Company and Standard Oil Company in Louisville. She met Al while working at Standard Oil, and they married in 1951. Funeral services for Lavinia Adeline Gentry Sumner will be at 1 o'clock Wednesday at Hardy & Son Funeral Home, Smiths Grove Chapel. Burial to follow in the Smiths Grove Cemetery. Visitation begins at 10:30 on Wednesday at the funeral home. Larry Howard Wyatt, age 66, of Glasgow, died Friday at his home. He was retired from SKF after 37.5 years. He is survived by his wife of 47 years, Marcia Gramlin Wyatt, a daughter, Tracy K. Wyatt Dukes, and husband, Keith Taylor Dukes. Two grandchildren, Taylor Nicole and Logan Alexander Dukes. Two brothers, Steve Wyatt and Joe Wyatt of Glasgow, and two sisters, Kathy Wyatt Pettigo of Murfreesboro and Kim Wyatt Miller of Bowling Green. The funeral service for Larry Howard Wyatt will be at 2 o'clock tomorrow at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, burial in the Union No. 2 Cemetery. Visitation begins at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Wilson Spencer W.S. Everett, age 90, of Glasgow, died Thursday at his home. W.S. joined the Kentucky National Guard and the U.S. Army. He was deployed during the Korean War and spent his tour of duty north of the 38th parallel on a fire direction crew. W.S. worked for over 30 years as a manufacturing engineer at GE and was in regular tussles with the Union stewards as a result of his hustle to do-it-yourself tendencies that were often characterized as taking work from Union members. For the past 20 years, he was very involved with the Glasgow chapter of the Disabled American Veterans and regularly participated in military funerals as a part of the Chapter 20 Color Guard. He designed the Glasgow Barron County Veterans Wall of Honor and the Heistville Veterans Memorial and was instrumental in bringing those two memorials to completion. He is survived by his 4 children, Wendy Ogden of Des Moines, Iowa, David Everett of Glasgow, Richard Everett of Glasgow, and Janet Gonzalez of Illinois, 9 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Wilson Spencer W.S. Everett will be held at 10 o'clock Saturday, June the 15th at Coral Hill Baptist Church. Burial with military honors in the Heistville Cemetery. Visitation begins Friday, June 14th from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home and after 9 o'clock Saturday at the church. Funeral services for Virginia Lawrence, age 78, of Smiths Grove, will be held at noon today at the Hardy & Son Smiths Grove Chapel. Burial in the Smiths Grove Cemetery. Visitation begins at 9 o'clock this morning. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive. See the Carfax Vehicle History Report. Calculate payments. Apply for financing. Get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book. And check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
Well, good morning, everybody. 6:31 on the button to 1 mark. It's exactly 6:31 if you are wanting to see how close your timepiece is, which means it's time for us to talk about the weather forecast today and just kind of see how things are shaping up after the rain. Ray?
Some got bunches of rain, some maybe not as much. Some areas picking up 5-6 inches of rain. So there were pockets of heavier rainfall. The good news now is that we're settling back in for what looks to be a little bit drier weather pattern. Not going to say there's not going to be any rain today, but it'll be scattered around once again, still on the backside of upper level low pressure. What that means for you is more scattered showers around this morning. Patchy fog this afternoon. The sun may try to pop out. Sun and clouds for the afternoon commute, 76 on a northwest breeze. Tonight we'll clear it out, very comfortable, a drop in the humidity, 50. Tomorrow cloudy, 76. Wednesday, thunderstorms in the afternoon, upper 70s, but a dry Thursday and Friday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
All right, let's talk about the rain gauge. That's the rain gauge around here. There's this garbage can up back on the deck that actually didn't have the top on it. So I can tell you that easily this 6.68-inch figure that we had over the weekend, over since Thursday, is pretty accurate. We had 37/100ths of an inch of rain on Sunday, but you go back starting on Thursday, then Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday, 6.68 is what we have had in the past, in the last 4 days. The rain event, as they seem to call it. 96% humidity, 29.93 is the pressure. West winds at a couple of miles an hour. Not much on the radar screen. What we do see is down in Tennessee this morning, in between Nashville and about Gallatin. 68 WCLU 632.
Do you know where the rubber meets the road? Well, one place is at Haywood Sales and Service. We understand how important tires are, and that's why we carry Falken Tires. That's Falken. Falken Tires. They started manufacturing tires with an emphasis on racing, and that passion helped fuel its success as a leader in building passenger tires too. Falken, the brand you can trust. The most important part of your vehicle is available from people you trust at Haywood Sales and Service. Phone 270-814-1068. The home of Falken Tires.
Listen up, members of Farmers RECC. Your annual meeting is Thursday, July 11th at the Cave City Convention Center in Cave City. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Enjoy the music of Rockland Road, formerly the Martin Family Circus, the scholarship drawing, prizes, and your co-op connection to safe, affordable, and reliable energy. That's Farmers RECC's annual meeting July 11th. More details at farmersrecc.com.
When
was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Indeed, indeed. They have fun when they make it Ralphie's. A good place to hang for sure. Let me get over here and tell you about our birthday honorees for today. This is the 10th day of June. June the 10th. Celebrating with Lori Wheeler. Lori is 42 today. Donald Hawks is 92 today. Nancy Payne with a birthday. Courtney Britt, Tony McCuston. Jacob B. Walker is 25 today. David Pierce is 57. Happy 38th birthday to Mr. Chad Bull. Eric Neal. Marie Owens with a birthday today. We have an anniversary. It's number 42 for Johnny and Debbie Ritter, their 42nd wedding anniversary today. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here, a simple click at WCLUradio.com. Now, today we are patting on the back by special request Jacob B. Walker. Today is Jacob Walker's 25th birthday. He was nominated to be Good as Gold, and there is a really nice explanation. Listen up to this particular story about him being nominated to be patted on the back and told he's good as gold. Jacob is a young father of 2 little girls whom he loves very much. At the beginning of this year, Jacob's 2-year-old daughter suffered major burns to her face. Jacob had to, as a father, think fast in order to give her the help she needed, and as her daddy, and under such horrible circumstances, he did just that. As days turned into weeks and then months, he never left her side as the horrible, unforgettable images of her replayed in his head. He continuously reassured her mom and big sister that they'll all be just fine. Believing in his faith and that his grandfather, whom he lost in January, was their guardian angel, being as young as he is and all that his family has sustained, what they deal with on a daily basis, and the medical treatments that still lie ahead for this 2-year-old, Jacob has managed to keep their lives as normal as he most possibly could. Jacob is to be admired for his strength and his great love. This person says, I'm asking for him to be the person of the day on his birthday, so he'll know that somebody is thinking of him and very proud of him. And that is submitted for Jacob Walker on his 25th birthday. He's good as gold. And online, the way it reads here, I think we got a picture of Jacob. It's on our WCLUradio.com website. Check that out and let him know he's good as gold from WCLU. And a little taste of Texas. That's a nice story indeed. I sure hope that things continue to improve and move in a positive direction.
Local folks, local food, local crafts, and local music. It's every Saturday when your hometown comes together to celebrate all of its bounty. It's Bounty of the Barons Farmers Market, a Kentucky proud event on the square in downtown Glasgow, every Saturday now through the end of October. And the best part of Bounty of the Barons is that it's a local producers-only farmers market, which means that you won't find anything like it anywhere else. We are Kentucky proud, featuring local produce, fresh-cut flowers, beef, pork, lamb, chicken, cheese, honey, soaps, lotions, and a whole lot more. Enjoy socializing with hometown folks while you browse local vendors at the Bounty of the Barons, presented by Sustainable Glasgow and a Kentucky Proud event. Come out and visit us or check us out online at bountyofthebarons.com. Bounty of the Barons, every Saturday on the square in Glasgow, where we are Kentucky Proud.
Coming up this morning, we're going to play trivia, of course, but we're going to have a twist to it. It's a first-time winners week. That's right. We do this periodically to let folks who just think they can't get through possibly get through. First-time winners only this week on trivia coming up here in a little bit. And also don't forget, we've got the archives straight ahead.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
Is your dad hard to buy for? Well, at Lessonberry Do-It Center, we're making it easy with our big Father's Day sale. Lessonberry's huge store is full of ideas. Come browse and save. The special of the month sure makes you have a cool dad. This 16-inch 3-speed oscillating fan with adjustable height is only $19.97. Dad can chill in the comfort of a zero-gravity relaxer, available in 3 colors with multiple positions and headrest. For Father's Day, save $18. It's just $39.99 now. Dad will be the king of home improvement with a big tube of King Caulk, $4.97 for a 9-ounce tube. Setting out tomatoes will be a snap with this 33-inch tomato ring, 99 cents each. And be quick on the draw with Wasp and Hornet Killer Spray, $2.79 for a big 18-ounce can. Make shopping for Dad a pleasure. Spend some time at Lessonberry Do-It Center, 1010 West Main in Glasgow.
Let's see here. We're going to get rolling right now with the archives. I think it's time to roll backwards, in fact. We have history in the making and in the reviewing this morning on WCLU. And the very knowledgeable and talented Sam Terry will join me as we check out the archives on behalf of Joseph A. Wade next.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do. And that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Well, Sam Terry is here. You made it through the rain because you live up on a big hill there, Sam. How you doing?
Doing very well. How are you today, Henry?
I'm real good. All is well. We're just making it just fine down here. Enjoying the way that today is shaping up. Another beautiful day here, and don't think we're going to have much rain today. We'll just get on with things, Sam. We haven't mentioned this yet, but down at the Cultural Center right now through the 31st of July, there's an exhibit that Terry Jackson and Les Bowman have put together. It's exhibiting cudgels, shillelaghs, and things in the Snavely Gallery on the 2nd floor of the Cultural Center. Now, I haven't seen that yet. Have you?
No, I haven't. I look forward to doing that, though.
That's right. I got a little narrative here. Terry Jackson wrote a little piece about this. The prophet Amos stated, I was no prophet, neither was I a prophet's son. The Lord took me. I know what Amos was talking about. I am not a painter, a potter, a sculptor, an artist, or a craftsman. I just enjoy the things and the results of the things that these people made with their hands. And that's the reason why they put together this cudgels, shillelaghs, and things. He says, I've become more interested in genealogy, making furniture, knives, craft items, military history, especially some of the places he has been. And this exhibit is sort of indicative of some of the things that he's seen, some of the things he'd like to see. It's cudgels, shillelaghs, and things. 2nd floor at the Snavely Gallery there at the Cultural Center. That's the to-do list, I guess. Should be, at least. All right, let's go back to 1919, Sam, and see what was the topic of the day in 1919. And I'm going to tell you, it was controversial. Can you imagine? The headline reads, Religious Controversy. It says, we are publishing a newspaper. We want to be liberal and have given our friends great liberty in expressing opinions on most any subject. But the controversy between A.R. Spencer and quote-unquote Jim has grown until we cannot spare the space. So we just call a halt. Mr. Spencer wanted to be heard again and has an article in this issue. However, it is paid for in cold cash.
If anyone wants to reply to it, they can have the same space at 5 cents a line of 6 words. Now, this is a comment here from archivist Mr. Ray Green. He says the controversy appears to be the prevalence of the Old Testament. AR thought it applied only to Abraham and his descendants, the Jewish nation. The article was a half a page. How is that for airing out your thoughts there, Sam? 100 years ago, I'm going to have a controversial article saying the New Testament's only about Abraham and his descendants.
Such things happen frequently and still occasionally happen. Yeah. People certainly enjoy expressing their opinions and attempting to convince others to join them in that opinion.
Sound like the writer here. The writer in the Republican seems a little bit perturbed. We're publishing a newspaper here. We want to be liberal, but the controversy has grown until we cannot spare the space. So we called a halt. But you can buy the space. Pretty interesting way to go about that, Sam. You know about newspapers, and you do. You know, there's only X number of amounts of space in a newspaper, and you just can't devote it to beat something to death, I don't think.
That's why many newspapers have a word limit on letters to the editor and that sort of thing, because a lot of folks have a lot they feel they need to say when they start writing, and it gets out of hand very quickly.
It can. All right, so let's go to 1929 then. We've put the controversy to bed here 10 years later. In the news, last Sunday, Doctors Turner and Marshall, their wives, and Dr. Marshall's little boy ran away. And when they finally got home late in the afternoon, they had visited Tompkinsville, Gomeria, Gainsboro, Cookville, Gordonsville, Carthage, Hartsville, Gallatin, Scottsville, Lucas, and Haywood, a distance of 245 miles, and they did not hurry at all. That's back when you used to take a Sunday afternoon drive, Sam. And boy, did they drive.
They certainly did. That's quite a trip, even today.
It really is. I actually got lost trying to get to Gainsboro, Tennessee one time. I never did know how I got there. I just did. Got confused. But they knew where they were going there in 1929 for sure, with far less quality roads to travel on, I might add. 1939, this is the news. Camp Bushong, Dr. P.W. Bushong, distinguished Metcalfe County physician and public-spirited citizen, has donated a tract of land situated about a mile from Edmonton on the Columbia Road to the Edmonton Boy Scouts to be used as a scout camp. The tract is watered by a stream, and we understand that the Scouts and their friends contemplate construction of a swimming pool among their first projects. So all hail to Camp Bushong, dedicated by a patriotic American soldier to the development of America's youth. I like that story. I don't know anything about Dr. P.W. Bushong. Have you read anything about him, Sam?
Yes. Perry W. Bushong was a very popular fellow, an outstanding physician that did lots and lots of nice things for Metcalfe County in particular. He was a native of Monroe County, but he was quite well known in his day, and had a son, Paul, who became a physician in Owensboro.
Oh, okay. Well, I've heard of Dr. Bushong in Monroe County, too. Don't know whether they're connected at all or not. But
same person.
Okay, gotcha. Well, anyway, this was Dr. Bushong, and he was described as a distinguished Metcalfe County in there. Sounds to me like he did a whole lot. 1939. Now, here's another fellow who was distinguished in athletics. Carol Holmes, brilliant Glasgow High School grid star, was a 4 letterman for the Scotties last year. It has been pointed out by Coach James Brevard of the Glasgow Scotties head coach. Young Holmes won letters in football, basketball, baseball, and golf. Carroll will participate in the West-East football game to be played in Bowling Green on June the 17th. Quite an athlete indeed. Just quite a good fella, too, you know. Fun guy to talk about, and boy, could he tell stories about some of those memories there, Sam.
he certainly could, and he also was the father to some very fine athletes and grandfather of some at Glasgow High School.
That's right.
A long tradition in the Holmes family.
Yes, indeed, and certainly it continues. And I believe it was it this year or last year? Lois Lynn, his daughter, went into the Hall of Honor at Glasgow High School for her career, and it just keeps on going. It's lots of fun stuff to talk about. But anyway, he lettered in 4 sports his senior year, and played in the East-West football game. An athlete indeed. All right, 1959, the headline in the Republican reads as follows: Swimming pool committee gets into the swim of things. Yes, the Glasgow Swimming Pool Committee held its regular meeting Wednesday, with the group hearing Cornell Clark present a report on possible locations for the proposed pool. In addition, engineers were present to discuss the technical problems involved, and suggestions were made as to future planning. Hayes Glover provided over that meeting in 1959. Sounded like we were getting closer to get us a city pool there, with some folks who had knowledge of the situation helping to figure it out. You know, we say it this way. We have a lot of talk about committee meetings and about, sometimes people who are involved are criticized because they don't necessarily make all the committee meetings, but you can see the importance of trying to make all the meetings, because these are things that actually have turned the corner on a lot of issues around here, just in committee, Sam.
Exactly right. You've got to participate and be informed.
That's right. So things happen in those committees. 1969, this was the day that Mr. Charlie E. Bowles returned from a solo motor trip to Washington, D.C., Bronxville and Tarrytown, New York, and Montclair, New Jersey. 1969, Mr. Bowles, that was quite a trip to go up east there and travel around. Mr. Bowles was I'm sorry?
You missed something there. That was Mrs.
Oh, it was. I did miss that. Well, I got a smudge on my glasses or something. Mrs. Charles E. Bowles returned from that solo motor trip. I guess that means that she went by herself.
That would be correct, and that would be Charlotte Bohannon Bowles, one of the twin daughters of Judge G.M. Bohannon, who was our county judge for 37 consecutive years in Glasgow.
Wow.
And, we frequently hear her twin sister, Lina Bohannon Knight's name mentioned in the archives, and especially in Glasgow musicale history.
Right.
But her sister Charlotte, her nickname was Lotta, was the other person in that family who was doing interesting things.
Well, you connected a lot of dots right there for us, Sam. Miss Knight, Mrs. Of course, she's the first person I ever knew with 3 initials, Mrs. I.D.S. Knight. I remember she was introduced places, and a grand lady in too, just like Miss Charlotte was as well. All right, Sam, good deal to help us understand more about Mrs. Bowles up there. Of course, you would never. This is 1969. It would be rare to call her by her first name in print back then. It would be Mrs. whoever she's married to. You don't see that much anymore. It's a different way of announcing things. 1979, we were getting ready for the county fair, and it was big news because the Itchy Brothers and the New Grass Revival were going to be playing at the Barron County Fair, it was announced. 1979 Barron County Fair. That was a big one indeed. I well remember that fair, and underneath that big pavilion out there at the fairgrounds, the Itchy Brothers, some young fellas at the time, and of course the New Grass Revival, young fellas as well. And they put on the show for sure, Sam, in 1979. And of course the Itchy Brothers are still performing as the Kentucky Headhunters. And the New Grass Revival with Barron County's Sam Bush and others continue to set the pace in modern bluegrass music. 1989, this was the day that Barron County head basketball coach Tom Cruise announced that he's going to take a coaching position at Loyola University next year. And that's going to be in Chicago, where Loyola is. And Tom Cruise was headed up there. That was quite the leap from Barron County High School to Loyola, Sam. 1989.
I would agree. But moving on up.
Well, I mean, that's the right direction for sure. This day in 1999, a new pavilion at the Rotary Scout Camp is going to be honoring Jimmy Simmons, the founder of the Rover Crew, 214 Scoutmaster, and a teacher at Glasgow High School. And certainly, you can't mention the name Jimmy Simmons without somebody somewhere having been influenced by him in the world of scouting or in the world of understanding history, Sam. And 2009, 10 years ago, this was the day that the Park City Lady Bears won first place in the Caverna Youth League 10 and under tournament. I'm not sure what sport that is, but here we are in June. I'm going to say it might have been softball. I don't know. It was in the Park City Lady Bears, though, the 10 and under tournament. But nonetheless, good activities there. So we've sort of covered controversy to Caverna tournaments today in the archives, Sam. And it's not
the things going on.
Well, it is. It is, and I think it's interesting to kind of see what we think to parallel what we think is important today and what was thought to be important back 100 years ago from the standpoint of writing the news and writing the news stories. And I think it's kind of interesting to compare what we think is a big story today versus what they thought was a big story back then, such as the doctors traveling 247 miles on a Sunday. But it's a fascinating news story. I hope you have a good day, sir, and we'll reconvene tomorrow and have some more history to talk about, okay?
Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you, Sam. Bye-bye. Sam Terry, he's here to help with understanding of history, and it's all brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. What a wonderful group of folks out there who do make a difference in the way things get done around here. 6:55. What does it mean to listen? At Time Savers, we believe listening means respecting a client's wishes, affording them dignity in making decisions, allowing them to acknowledge they are uncertain or skeptical of what the future may hold. At Time Savers, we are here to listen, to understand your personal care and home help needs, and to help you achieve the quality of life that you want, either for yourself or your loved ones. Whether you want to remain in your home as long as possible, or you need a little extra help in assisted living or memory care, Time Savers will listen and come up with the best solution for you. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com. We listen, we understand, and we help.
Hey, kiddo. How was lunch with Dad?
I think we need to buy Dad some new jokes for Father's Day. These fries are from France, but they are prepared in Greece.
Did he give you any gift ideas?
He says we've already given him the world.
Aw.
He's got so many hobbies. What about something that'll take our hunting trips to the next level?
I know. When we buy a new smartphone at Bluegrass Cellular, we can get a gift for Dad valued at up to $250. That includes the Spartan Go Cam, a wireless trail camera that sends images to your device.
Great idea. A duck season without a Go Cam would be just foul.
Oh, there's also Smart Things by Samsung. Dad can turn this place into a connected, smarter home.
A real intellectual property, you might say.
Oh, kiddo, you're starting to sound like your dad.
Thanks. I've learned from the best.
Restrictions apply. Shop online or in stores. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Some got bunches of rain, some maybe not as much. Some areas picking up 5-6 inches of rain. So there were pockets of heavier rainfall. The good news now is that we're settling back in for what looks to be a little bit drier weather pattern. Not going to say there's not going to be any rain today, but it'll be scattered around once again, still on the backside of upper-level low pressure. What that means for you is more scattered showers around this morning. Patchy fog this afternoon. The sun may try to pop out. Sun and clouds for the afternoon commute, 76 on a northwest breeze. Tonight we'll clear it out, very comfortable, a drop in the humidity, 50. Tomorrow cloudy, 76. Wednesday, thunderstorms in the afternoon, upper 70s, but a dry Thursday and Friday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Tired of sitting still? Get going with the bank that's going places, South Central Bank. The South Central Bank Green Tree Travel Club has a journey planned to always exciting Branson, Missouri. Check your calendar. It's October 23rd through the 27th. See Branson at its best. Enjoy the Snowboat Dinner Cruise, a train ride on the Branson Scenic Railway. Experience the Murder Mystery Dinner Show, Lambert's Cafe, and of course it wouldn't be Branson without experiencing the George Strait Dinner Show.
Write this down.
If you're a Green Tree Travel Club member, it's just $600. Non-members, $700. Better book your reservations. A trip like this in late October will fill up fast. Call 888-651-7466 to book it today. October 23rd through the 27th. Head to Branson with South Central Bank's Green Tree Travel Club. 888-651-7466. Member FDIC.
All right, let's look at the current conditions here this morning. The rain gauge from Sunday has 3,700ths of an inch in at 0.37. If you back it up to Thursday, 4 days in a row we had rain, and a lot of it. 4 days worth of rain at 6.68 inches. This morning the winds are out of the west at a couple of miles an hour. Pressure's at 29.93. It actually is rising. 96% humidity, 68 degrees. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
Enjoy half-off sushi every Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro in Glasgow. That's right, half-off sushi each Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro right off the square in Glasgow. Shogun Bistro. You've chosen wisely.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Bacquasil non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
Let me jump in here and tell you about 3 more birthdays. It's all gals. It's Amanda Hatfield's birthday today. Did I see? I thought we had an age associated with that, but maybe we didn't. I'll check on that. Amanda Hatfield with a birthday. Summer Moore has a birthday today. And Carrie Kerr has a birthday. I'm writing that down right now. Carrie Kerr. There we go with information about the birthdays. And let's see here. A couple of things I want you to know about. We've got the Gavarna High School Site-Based Council meets today in the library at 4:30 p.m. This Saturday is the big Humane Society of Edmonson County's Hoedown for the Hounds. On Saturday the 15th, 6 till 10 over at Brownsville Community Center at 108 Main Street. It's a barbecue dinner, dance, and live auction. Music provided by Andrea Guess. It's free to attend, but dinner is $8, including a drink. Call Katie Smith with the Humane Society of Edmonson County at 286-6586. 702 and 68 degrees.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every
year, Glasgow.
Visit. At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is GillyHide.com.
All right, 68 degrees at WCLU. Are you thinking about trivia? Are you thinking about seeing if you can win this trivia contest today? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. If you can answer this question, then you know what's going to happen. You're going to have a delicious pizza, your choice of a large pepperoni or a large sausage from Little Caesars, and it's always good. First-time winners only. If you've never won, then you're eligible. If you've ever won, then hang up the phone and let some other folks get through right here, okay? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. You can travel from California to Nebraska, which is a long ways. You can do that by passing through only 2 states. What are those 2 states? You get in a car, you travel from California to Nebraska, and on your way of that long way from the West Coast to the middle of the country, you only pass through 2 states. What are those 2 states? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. First time winners. Whoops, you know what I did? I just hit the wrong button right there. Hello, Trivia. Hello, Trivia.
Yes, is it Colorado and Nevada?
No, that's not right. Trivia.
Utah and Nevada?
No, it's not right. First-time winners only. You can travel from California to Nebraska. What are the only 2 states you go through to get there? Trivia.
Colorado and Nebraska.
No, it's not right. We're going to Nebraska. You can travel from California to Nebraska, and in doing so, you leave California, you get to Nebraska, and you only went through 2 other states. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. And let's see here. I can't give you a clue. I can't draw a map. Trivia.
Arizona and Nebraska.
No, it's not right. We're going to Nebraska, so we wouldn't. When we get there, we're there. Trivia.
Is it Colorado and what?
Is it what now?
Colorado and Montana?
No, it's not right. You're leaving California. You're in California. You want to get to Nebraska, and you only go through 2 states to get there. What are those 2 states?
Arizona and Colorado.
That's it. Who's this speaking?
Chastity Sims.
Chastity, what's the last name?
Sims.
S-I-M-S?
Yes.
Chastity, you're a first-time trivia winner, aren't you?
Yes.
And where are you calling us from?
Glasgow.
Okay, Chastity. Well, so you know where Little Caesars is, don't you?
Sure do.
Now, did you have to think about that? Did you have to get a map out or anything, Chastity?
I had a little help.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Help is all right. It's good when we can kind of work together. But it is true. You leave California, you go through Arizona, then you go through Colorado, and you're in Nebraska. But you know what, Chastity? It's a long trip either way. It's some big west to east type states there, Chastity.
Yep.
But now what we got to do is we got to hook you up with this card where you can take it out there to Little Caesars and enjoy a big old pizza, either pepperoni or sausage. And I appreciate you playing trivia. We're glad to have you in the First Time Winners Club, Chastity.
Thank you.
Which means you got to keep on trying to keep winning, okay?
Okay.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Chastity Sims. Chastity Sims. That's right. You leave California. You go through Arizona. You go through Colorado. And blam, you're in Nebraska. Just something to think about. First time trivia winners week here on WCLU. And Chastity Sims is a first time trivia winner. And it's a nice prize, too. Thanks to Little Caesars. Thanks to Chastity. Thanks to you. We'll have first time trivia contest winners tomorrow as well.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Listen to the delicious crunch of Little Caesars' new extra-most bestest hot and ready thin crust pepperoni pizza for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. Just walk in and pick up a large, crispy thin crust pizza with the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of only $6. Little Caesars thin crust pepperoni pizza. One bite and you'll be back for more.
Pizza. Top 4 national pizza chains. Extra most bestest thin crust pepperoni pizza versus large round one topping thin crust pepperoni pizza. Everyday standard menu prices at participating locations plus tax.
CBS News Update. A former Boston Red Sox star is in the hospital.
Ortiz to right field. Back goes Souza. Looking up. It is gone.
David Ortiz, Big Papi, targeted by someone with a gun at a bar in his native Dominican Republic. WBZ TV's Anna Myler.
The shooting happened just before 9 o'clock last night. Police say a man got off a motorcycle, walked up to the Red Sox slugger, and shot him in the back at nearly point-blank range. A TV host who was with Ortiz at the time was also shot and wounded, apparently by the same bullet.
No word yet on a motive, but police have arrested the suspected gunman. Well wishes are pouring in. WBZ's Chris McKinnon.
Former Red Sox Blake Swihart wrote, "A guy who takes care of people all over the world and has made an impact on so many was there for me with my brother, and he will be back being Big Papi. Thoughts and prayers from my family to you and yours."
CBS News Update.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMCs, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Jared Persley, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry, I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
Good morning. For WCLU Local News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. D.T. Froge is still a member of the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. In a letter Friday afternoon, Mayor Harold M.D. Armstrong wrote, "I asked him to remain on the board, and at this time he remains a board member." Armstrong initially refused Froge's letter of resignation, saying, quote, "He brings a lot, and we are lucky to have people of his caliber to serve on our local boards of any kind." According to Armstrong, quote, "I have great respect for his knowledge and experience." Armstrong credits Froge's business experience as a reason to keep him as a board member. Armstrong said Froge, quote, "has some travel planned and may be away for some time." According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday around 3:39 in the afternoon on the Louis B. Nunn Cumberland Parkway. The Barron Metcalf EMS responded. And there were 2 house fires yesterday. The first reported house fire was shortly before 4 yesterday afternoon at 706 North Green Street. The Glasgow Fire Department responded. And the last reported incident in the 911 activity report was another house fire around 8:20 last night. The fire occurred at 9495 Happy Valley Road. The Cave City Fire Department, Park City Fire Department, Hinesville Fire Department, Barron Metcalf EMS, and Cave City Police all responded. Congressman Brett Guthrie recently announced that the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Office of Rural Development, is awarding a $50,000 grant to Cave City to improve emergency services in the city. Cave City Public Works Director Robert Smith says this is the 3rd time Cave City has received the grant. The grant will go toward purchasing a new police vehicle and a new medical emergency truck for the Cave City Fire Department.
The city will be required to pay the difference between the cost of the grant and the 2 vehicles, which will be approximately $22,000 for the city. But we were very fortunate in getting this. It will allow the fire department to have a faster response time, a better equipped medical truck that is more suitable than the current truck we're having to use. The police vehicle will help keep our fleet up to date. We've been very fortunate in getting these grants and allowing us to rotate our police vehicles out. Anytime we can upgrade our equipment, it's a benefit to the citizens and, needless to say, a great benefit to our budget when we can acquire such funding.
The Barron County Fiscal Court Transportation Committee is set to meet at 9 this morning. The committee will look at the annual management plan for the Austin boat ramp. The committee will also hear a speed limit petition for Old Scottsville Loop number 1. According to documents from the County Judge Executive's office, 29 residents of the neighborhood have presented a petition to the court to have the speed limit posted at 30 miles per hour and to have school bus warning signs along the road. The Glasgow City Council is set to meet tonight for the first time in more than 3 weeks. The council did not meet at the end of May due to the Memorial Day holiday. There is a municipal road hearing shortly before the meeting. The hearing begins at 6:45 tonight, followed by the council meeting at 7 p.m. There are several items on the agenda, including the swearing in of firefighters and a police officer, as well as several reappointments. The council will also hear the reading of an ordinance for next fiscal year's budget. You can find the stream of the meeting tonight at WCLUradio.com and on EPB Channel 6. The city is paving a series of roads in a Glasgow neighborhood this week. According to a release from the city, crews will work in the Valley View, Lynn Court, Ann Avenue, Sherry Drive, and Westview Drive neighborhood. The city asked that no vehicles be parked alongside these roads while pavement is completed. Pavement projects are expected to be completed by the end of June. We have 7:18, 68 degrees at WCLU. We'll be right back for more local news.
BG Tire is way more than just tires, though they are the perfect fit for your new tires using your tax refund. Plus, they're your full-service tire and automotive center. They offer pickup and drop-off service to your home or business to save you time. Alignments, oil changes, and brake work, BG Tire does it all, including emergency roadside assistance 24 hours a day. Put your faith in the company that Bowling Green and Glasgow have trusted for over 4 generations. BG Tire, across from BG Home Furnishings on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green.
I was currently with no prosthetic company, and I was just getting my beginner's prosthetic, and it still wasn't comfortable.
That's when Mike met William Bray with Extreme Prosthetics.
I met Mr. Bray at one of my daughter's ball games, and he'd handed me a card, and he seemed very confident and knew what he was talking about, so I decided to go see Mr. Bray just for a consultation, and just in minutes I was more confident in it, full range of motion.
Mike and many others have given great testimonials for William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics at 400 South Broadway in Glasgow, which you can check out online at comfortforamputees.com.
Yeah, I'm a rather large guy, and it takes a special prosthetic to carry my weight. In the first meeting with Mr. Bray, he realized by looking at the material they used to assemble my prosthetic that it wasn't at the weight limit to carry my weight. And had I not went to that consultation, I'd have never known that.
Professional care from someone who wears a prosthetic themselves. William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics.
If you're just not confident with it, I say go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
A trial date has been set for a former University of Kentucky student charged with driving under the influence and reckless homicide in the death of a 4-year-old boy. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports the trial of 19-year-old Jacob Hell is set for April 6th. Authorities say Macrolee Shimwell was crossing a road near the school's football stadium with his family in September when he was fatally hit by a car driven by Hell. A police report says Hell had a blood alcohol level of .051 after the crash. The legal limit for people younger than 21 is .02. Those 21 and older have a limit of .08. He's pleaded not guilty to both charges. The fraternity Hell pledged, Alpha Tau Omega, has since dissolved its UK chapter. The American Battlefield Trust has recognized the Kentucky Heritage Land Conservation Fund for helping preserve battlefields and historic sites. American Battlefield Trust President James Lighthizer recognized the fund last week for a monumental contribution to the Perryville Battlefield State Historic Site in Boyle County. The fund is a program of the Office of Kentucky Nature Preserves in the Energy and Environment Cabinet. Sale of Nature's Finest license plate partly fund it. It has funded the conservation of more than 90,000 acres since 1994. That includes part of the Perryville Battlefield State Historic Site, the Battle of Mumfordville at Green River Natural Area, and Blue Licks Battlefield State Park and Nature Preserve. It also includes Tebbs Bend Battlefield Heritage Area, Camp Nelson National Monument, Fort Hyman National Battlefield, and the Lincoln Boyhood Home. And the first runner-up in last year's Miss Kentucky pageant is now wearing the crown. News outlets report Lexington native Alex Frank won the competition Saturday night at the Brown Theater in Louisville. Frank will represent Kentucky in the Miss America pageant later this year. We have 721, 68 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
It's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through NWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new loaded hash round bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Funeral arrangements are pending for a Wilder city councilman who died in a weekend crash. Police say Rob Honecker was killed Saturday when he wrecked his motorcycle at North and Elm Streets. Wilder was a volunteer firefighter, assistant fire chief, and the city administrator before serving 3 terms on the city council. Saturday marked the end of a historic chapter for Louisville Gas and Electric Company, when the company brought down the last standing portions of the now retired coal-fired Cane Run generating station. The plant generated its last megawatt of power on June 16, 2015, after a 61-year run. There's a historical marker standing at the site where there was once a training ground for Muhammad Ali. The marker outside the Presbyterian Community Center in Louisville's Smoketown neighborhood was unveiled Saturday. The center was formerly known as Grace Hope Presbyterian Church. Ali trained there under Fred Stoner Sr., who was the first African American to be named to the Kentucky Boxing Commission. Former Boston Red Sox star David Ortiz shot in the back over the weekend.
Witnesses say the gunman jumped off a motorcycle, walked into the Dominican Republic nightclub, and shot Ortiz at point-blank range in the back. The bullet exited through his stomach. Surveillance video shows people in the club scattering for safety. Police say the gunman was captured and beaten by an angry crowd. Before going into surgery, a local reporter says Ortiz told emergency room doctors, quote, "Please don't let me die. I'm a good man."
He is reported to be in stable condition this morning. I'm Jerry Bloom.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Don't fall for a threatening call that appears to be law enforcement. It's a scam. Better Business Bureau's president and CEO Rihanna Smith Hamblin has more.
Scam artists are calling local consumers using scare tactics to convince them that they have been linked to drug trafficking. The scammers threaten to freeze personal assets if personal information is not provided. Never give someone you don't know your personal information. Just hang up the phone. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
They have 267 laps to decide the issue tonight in the Quaker State 400.
Everybody wants to see how this is going to play out.
Be here for all the action with our 4-ticket deal. 4 tickets in our newly enhanced tower section for only $249, a savings of over $200. Join us for the Quaker State 400 presented by Walmart, July 13th. Visit KentuckySpeedway.com and get your tickets today. As in this day, like right now.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Southern States has been partnering with farmers since 1923, which is why so many farmers depend on Southern States season after season for fertilizers and chemicals, baler twine and hay supplies, fly minerals for beef cattle, and so much more. You need it? They have it at Southern States. And yes, they love helping gardeners with seed and supplies. Lots of folks get their propane tanks refilled for the summer season at Southern States. But did you realize they are your home for the world-famous Holland grills? Check them out today. You'll always feel taken care of when you depend on Southern States Glasgow Co-op on Sampson Street.
Some got bunches of rain, some maybe not as much. Some areas picking up 5-6 inches of rain. So there were pockets of heavier rainfall. The good news now is that we're settling back in for what looks to be a little bit drier weather pattern. Not going to say there's not going to be any rain today, but it'll be scattered around once again, still on the backside of upper-level low pressure. What that means for you is more scattered showers around this morning. Patchy fog this afternoon. The sun may try to pop out. Sun and clouds for the afternoon commute, 76 on a northwest breeze. Tonight we'll clear it out, very comfortable, a drop in the humidity, 50. Tomorrow cloudy, 76. Wednesday, thunderstorms in the afternoon, upper 70s, but a dry Thursday and Friday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Again, let's review the rainfall from the weekend. We had 3,700 of an inch of rain yesterday. Then you add up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you get 6.68 inches. 6.68. A damp 4 days for sure, but we're going to be on the up and up here this week. 96% humidity, winds out of the west at a couple of miles an hour. Pressure's rising at 29.93. And we have
this WCLU.
Oops, and we have 68 degrees this morning from WCLU on the Live and Local Morning Show. Good morning to you.
Here's the score from the Kentucky News Network. I'm Scott Fitzgerald. Well, for the first time in, 10 years, the Kentucky State High School Baseball Championship hardware is heading to Lexington. Tate's Creek's Noah Blythe went 2 for 3 at the plate with an RBI as the Commodores bounced back from an early 2-0 deficit. They beat McCracken County 4-2. That in Lexington, pitcher Eli Tenza pitched a complete game while earning tournament MVP honors. And for the 5th time in program history, the Louisville Cardinals are headed to the College World Series as they captured their Super Regional with a 12-0 victory over East Carolina at Jim Patterson Stadium. Sophomore Bobby Williams notched the win, going 8 innings while striking out 5 and giving up no runs. The Cards will now meet up with Vanderbilt in Omaha. That's the team they lost to back in May at Jim Patterson Stadium. The Reds were wrapping up their series at Philadelphia yesterday.
So Votto to hit against Alvarez, and he lifts this one into center field. That's a base hit. Here comes the runner from second, Van Meter. He will score, and we're tied at 3.
Joey Votto hitting that 2-run single and a 3-run 7th as the Reds rally to beat the Phillies 4-3. The Reds snapping a 3-game skid, and after today, they'll continue the road trip tomorrow night in Cleveland. And from Philly to the North Side, that would be Chicago, Illinois. Colton Wong drove in a run, but the Cardinals fell 5-1 to the Cubs. The Cardinals now fall to 31-32 on the season. They're on the road tonight as they'll visit the Miami Marlins. Michael Walker will take the bump. And some round ball news. Former Kentucky Wildcat Valerie Still was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame this weekend. Still, who played at Kentucky from 1979 to 1983, holds the school career points record with 2,763. And on the ice, the Stanley Cup Final is going to a Game 7. The Boston Bruins beat the St. Louis Blues 5-1 last night. Blues forward Braden Shen says they'll need to be at their best.
We said in this locker room, if you would have told us in January that we got a Game 7 to win the Stanley Cup, we'd be pretty excited in this locker room. Obviously, right now it sucks. You have a chance to close them out in Game 6. We didn't play our best tonight, and you got to play your best to win the Cup.
I'm Scott Fitzgerald.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Get ready to experience Keeneland like never before. Introducing Railbird, August 10th and 11th in Lexington, Kentucky. See the Raconteurs, Hosier, Tyler Childers, Brandy Carlisle, and over 30 acts on the grounds at Keeneland. Also featuring live off-track betting, curated bourbon, equine culture, and more. Tickets on sale now at railbirdfest.com. Railbird, August 10th and 11th, Lexington, Kentucky. Get in the action at railbirdfest.com.
Another twist on an old scam. Don't fall for this new Publishers Clearinghouse scam. Better Business Bureau's president and CEO, Rihanna Smith Hamblin, has more.
Consumers are receiving phone calls saying they've won tons of money in a new car. All the consumer has to do is purchase a prize registration license. The scammer will end up with your bank or credit card information. Don't fall for it. For substantial winnings, the Real Publishers Clearinghouse will knock on your door. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
Monday, June 10th at 1:30, Cattleman's Livestock Market, Rockfield, Kentucky, will conduct the auction dispersal of a quality herd with 245 head. There are 95 cow-calf pairs, 22 bred cows, and 27 yearling heifers. 60 cows are less than 5 years old. 6 bulls will also be sold. That's Monday, June 10th, beginning at 1:30 at Cattleman's Livestock Market, 210 Stamps Road, Rockfield, just off 6880 at the Logan-Warren County line. For details, contact the Stockyard at 270-542-2454.
Join us Thursdays at 7:30 a.m. as we present Banking on Business, sponsored by the People's Bank. Banking on Business is an interview segment hosted by Terry Bunnell, People's Bank president. Enjoy meeting people from your favorite local businesses and hearing the stories of how they got started and where they're headed. You can check it out online at WCLUradio.com on EPB Channel 6, WCLU 103.1 and 102.3 FM and 1490 AM each Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m.
Enjoy half-off sushi every Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro in Glasgow. That's right, half-off sushi each Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro right off the square in Glasgow. Shogun Bistro. You've chosen wisely.
A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of fools pours forth foolishness. Proverbs 15, verses 1 and 2. The Bible tells us again and again that the best words are calm words. You're not going to win many arguments. You're not going to persuade people to leave their way of thinking and come to yours by being angry and using harsh words. Calm words are the best. The Bible further says in Proverbs 17:27, "He who has knowledge spares his words, and a man of understanding is of a calm spirit." Parents, you want to get through to your children? Kids, you want to make headway with your folks? Use calm words. This has been Bart Warren from the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Thank you, Bart. 7:34 here at WCLU, and let's see. What am I doing? I need to get my keys out of my pocket for one thing because I got too many keys. Well, we had a big crowd downtown Glasgow for the car show this past weekend, and this coming weekend, it's the Munfordville Car Show. Yeah, everybody's in the car spirit. This Saturday at the Munfordville Car Show, it's going to be at the Courthouse Square. Registration from 9 until 1, and awards presented at 3, and the entry fee is $10. Concessions provided by the Hart County Search and Rescue. Now, Hart County is also going to be celebrating their bicentennial court days on the 15th as well. For information, call 834-0653 or 473-0067. Now, every penny from this car show goes to the Hart Search and Rescue, and they have a big job to do, and they do a good job with it. So let's get out here on Saturday and support the Munfordville Car Show on the Courthouse Square in downtown Munfordville, Kentucky. All right.
Good morning, friends. You know, from time to time I hear a lot said about the way to God. Entertainment personalities and religious philosophers who think that they are enlightened delude themselves into thinking that there are many ways to God or to salvation at the end of this life. Jesus is not one of many ways, nor did he ever claim to be one among many ways to eternal joy. The Lord Jesus declared that he was the way, the truth, and the life, and that no one can come to the Father except through him. To foolishly say that all sincere beliefs lead to God is like saying that all a person needs to do to call home is simply dial any 10 numbers they choose, because all calls eventually end up at the same place anyway. How silly would that be? Obviously, every set of numbers but one would be wrong, and all the others would lead to somewhere other than home, or to nowhere at all. The truth is this: Jesus is Savior for all who believe in him, trust him, and obey his will. Jesus died for every culture, for every race, and every nation, and every corner of the world. He has all authority in heaven and on earth, and he is the only truth that will stand the test. He is the only way to God. All others lead to nowhere. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Indeed, Ralphie's Fun Center makes having a party fun, makes having a get-together fun, makes having a bunch of friends over a whole lot of fun because they don't wreck your house. They have a wrecking good time at Ralphie's Fun Center. Let me tell you about our honorees today so far. We know Carrie Kerr has a birthday. We also know that Summer Moore is celebrating. Amanda Hatfield. Now, you know, I told you I thought I had a number with that. I found that number. And Amanda Hatfield is 39 today. Congratulations there. Hanging on, Amanda Hatfield today. Marie Owens, Eric Neal, Chad Bull is 38. David Pierce is 57. We have Jacob B. Walker turning 25, Tony McCuston, Courtney Britt, Nancy Payne. Donald Hawks is 92, Lori Wheeler is 42. Johnny and Debbie Ritter have their 42nd wedding anniversary today. How about that? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here at WCLUradio.com. Today it is, by special request, Jacob B. Walker Day. He was requested to be good as gold on his birthday. I got a very nice explanation for that. We have the nomination forms, and we just love it. We just can't get enough of these folks who want to nominate somebody to be good as gold for whatever the reason. And here is the narrative here that the person wrote when nominating Jacob Walker to be good as gold. It says here that Jacob is a young father of 2 little girls whom he loves very much. At the beginning of this year, Jacob's 2-year-old daughter suffered major burns to her face. Jacob had to, as a father, think fast in order to give her the help she needed. And as her daddy, and under such horrible circumstances, he did just that. As days turned into weeks and months, he never left her side as the horrible, unforgettable images of her replayed in the head. And he continuously reassured her mom and big sister that they all would be just fine, believing in his faith and that his grandfather, whom he lost in January, was their guardian angel, being as young as he is and all that his family has sustained. What they deal with on a daily basis and medical treatments that still lie ahead for this 2-year-old, Jacob has managed to keep their lives as normal as most possibly he can. Jacob is to be admired for his strength and his great love, so I'm asking for him to be Person of the Day on his 25th birthday, and know that people are thinking of him and very proud of him, and we are glad to do that. So pat Jacob on the back, tell him he's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
The People's Bank is a proud supporter of our local community organizations focusing on helping the citizens of Glasgow. Thank you to everyone who has donated to our Community First campaign this year. In May, the bank will be collecting snack foods such as peanut butter and crackers, dried or canned fruit, granola bars, and cereal bars. These items will support our local summer feeding programs for children and adults in our community. Feel free to drop off your donation at the People's Bank, 1300 West Main Street. The People's Bank, working for you, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Make this the year that you transition into spring fully prepared. When it comes to making your home and property look its best to have Mammoth Cave Transplants at your side. Come to Mammoth Cave Transplants and see greenhouse after greenhouse full of bedding plants, hanging plants, trees, shrubs, all of the lavish colors and full foliage plants ready to beautify the world around you. Have you always wanted to get a good start to your garden? Well, Janet Dennison and her staff enjoy helping people pick out the right gardening plants, supplies, and materials to make your green thumb the best yet. Mammoth Cave Transplants is easy to get to. We're at 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 between Pig and Rhodey. You'll be impressed with the sprawling complex where spring gardening, landscaping, and beautification is well underway. Call us today at 270-597-2533. We are Kentucky proud and we'll be celebrating 25 years in business. We keep Kentucky growing.
Monday, June 10th at 1:30, Cattleman's Livestock Market, Rockfield, Kentucky, will conduct the auction dispersal of a quality herd with 245 head. There are 95 cow-calf pairs, 22 bred cows, and 27 yearling heifers. 60 cows are less than 5 years old. 6 bulls will also be sold. That's Monday, June 10th, beginning at 1:30 at Cattleman's Livestock Market, 210 Stamps Road, Rockfield, just off 6880 at the Logan-Warren County line. For details, contact the stockyard at 270-542-2454.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Hey, I just heard that cow into that commercial there, Brennan.
Yeah, I did too.
And have you ever heard the laughing cow that we have, the mad cow?
Yes.
Okay, well, I was going to play it for you if you never heard it. So I'll leave that off until the time we need a good mad cow. Tell everybody what you're going to be doing today.
All right. Well, we're going to be doing a journalism workshop at Barron County High School today. So it's an exciting opportunity for students to kind of get in, and it's for of course, the high school newspaper, the Trojan Times, and of course, I was the editor of that for a couple years and a staff member for 3. So I'm so thrilled to kind of, pass on my information and pass on my knowledge.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work on things today, kind of do some fun things, have a lunch together, just sort of kind of foster a good spirit to get the year started and to get them, covering things. And, it's going to be a great day, I think.
Yeah, and you're going to enjoy it. You're going to read that paper for years to come, I guarantee you.
Oh, I guarantee it. I hope to be involved a little bit, of course, not as a student, but just, on the sideline. Of course, I'm there if they need help, but I'm confident that they're going to take good care of it. So.
Well, when I was in college, I was on the Talisman staff, and I wrote for the Talisman, and I enjoyed seeing it. Long after I graduated, I enjoyed seeing it because I wanted to see what they were doing now.
Sure thing.
How it changes. But anyway, I know that these kids are going to enjoy having you out there to help them learn about journalism today, son.
Well, I hope so. All
right, let's got a tidbit story here. This is a tidbit sports story. The Toronto Raptors star forward Kawhi Leonard's success from the three-point line has cost McDonald's, are you ready for this, $6 million worth of French fries.
Goodness.
In promotional giveaways. Now, here's the deal. Last summer, McDonald's announced that Ontario-based restaurants would give out free medium-sized orders of fries whenever the Raptors hit 12 three-pointers per game, according to the Financial Post. The Raptors, led by Leonard and guard Danny Green, already have recorded 54 such games between the regular season and the playoffs that made 112 three-pointers this season. Green made a career-high 198 shots from long range. McDonald's has projected the company's Ontario restaurants will give away 700,000 orders of medium-sized French fries.
Wow.
The company instead has given out more than 2 million orders. The average menu price of medium-sized fries is $2.89, according to the Financial Post. So the regular season's 2 million free orders alone, that means that McDonald's has given away $5.4 million worth of fries.
It's a lot of fries.
Yeah, that's right, it is. I mean, any way you look at it, and I'm sure that's a prize everybody claims too. And $5.8 million through Game 3 of the NBA Finals. So anyway, Kawhi Leonard has cost McDonald's, of course, $6 million is nothing to him.
No. $6 million. Well, to McDonald's, $6 million probably isn't a whole lot either.
Well, that's probably right.
But, that's a lot of inventory. A lot of French fries.
It is. Got a plan for that, too,
Absolutely. A lot of potatoes.
Here's one that would scare me. A woman passenger aboard a Pakistan International Airlines flight over the weekend sparked panic. She mistakenly opened the emergency exit door of the aircraft, thinking it was the toilet.
Oh, no.
I bet it is. The national carrier said the plane was on the runway of the Manchester airport Saturday when a woman pressed the button opening the emergency exit door. Quote, the PIA flight PK number 702 from Manchester to Islamabad was delayed by 7 hours. The departure was delayed Friday night when a passenger erroneously opened the emergency exit, causing the emergency chute to activate. After the incident, about 40 passengers were offloaded along with their luggage as per standard operating procedure. The PIA said the passengers were provided transportation and hotel accommodations and later adjusted on other flights. The chief executive of their company ordered an inquiry into the incident. The national flag carrier has been running into losses for years, and the government's trying to improve their losses. This is not going to help, having to repack that chute.
I mean, that is just crazy.
Well, I don't know I haven't noticed, what's the international sign for toilet?
I don't know.
I mean, it's like...
I would think it would... I mean, as a toilet... Toilets, I think, look roughly the same across the world.
Yeah.
Whether their action is the same, that's something to talk about. But
that's right.
Yeah, I mean, even like I've heard in Asia that they work different, as far as flushing and things like that. But regardless, the overall structure I think should look the same, and the sign for the toilet should look the same.
Maybe they need to investigate if the sign for emergency exit should look more different than toilet.
That's another thing. Obviously, I know an emergency exit should be, easy to get out of or activate, whatever. But Is it that easy that you can just click a button and there it is?
It is on your way to Islamabad for sure.
I'm going to admit I have no clue where that's at.
Well, it's it's over there in Pakistan, isn't it?
Well, I would think so. Islamabad is a city.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Interesting.
It is. All right. Finally, this story. There's a Utah-based company who is offering to pay somebody $1,000 if they can complete a simple challenge. Downgrade to a flip phone for a week. I'm not going to mention any names, but I know several people who have never upgraded from a flip phone.
I do as well.
So they need to listen to this story. This is Frontier Bundles, a Utah-based internet service provider, said it's looking for one brave soul to willingly give up their smartphone for a full 7 days in favor of a flip phone. Now, the ideal candidates are smartphone addicts, social media experts, and tech geeks, the company said. And the bonus points go to applicants who have an active social presence or are willing to vlog their experience. The company said the challenge will pay $1,000 if the person selected completes the challenge successfully. They'll receive a free survival kit, and that includes a roadmap, a pocket phone book, a notepad with a pen, and a pair of 1990s era CDs to make this flip phone experience extra nostalgic.
It's amazing over the last 20 years how things have just changed. I mean, the 15 years even. We still use a flip phone here at WCLU.
We do.
For our remote access.
We need dependability.
That's right. And they certainly are.
Yeah, that's right. And to think about it, though, because I know when we first started doing this, we were so excited the day we got our first CD player. And now CDs, according to that story, are nostalgic.
And, something that really shocks me, I don't know if this is the way history goes or not. They say, history's repeated. But, in the last few years, people have really reverted back to things, like even going back to, records and things. Record players are huge among kids now.
They are. Indeed.
I have one. I got one a couple years ago. So just going back to the old things. Now, I don't know if you'd get a teenager to give up her or his smartphone for a flip phone, but hey.
For a week, maybe I'd do it for $1,000.
7 whole days.
That's
Can you
right.
believe that?
That's right. They don't think anybody can do it. That's why they're willing to pay $1,000.
Wow, I would do it.
Yeah, it could happen. All right. Well, you have a good time doing some tutoring today and conducting that workshop.
It's going to be fun. We're gonna make a pipeline for journalists here in this community.
And we'll have maybe an update on that tomorrow on Tidbit News. All right, Brendan?
All right.
It's 10 minutes till 8 o'clock on WCLU and 69 degrees.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience at Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I live. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I met the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or you just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy, Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99.
$3.99, and a 27-foot pool just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum-Seal non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
The Empty Nest inside Pharmacy Express is full of goodies like new fall fashion jewelry, home decor for every room, artwork, and much more. Check out the Cindy bracelets and On Who jewelry, both with great causes. The Empty Nest also offers wedding and baby registry. Make sure to ask about their customer loyalty program. For every purchase at the Empty Nest, you earn double points to redeem for cash off your next purchase. You'll find the Empty Nest is not so empty inside Pharmacy Express on the corner of Cleveland Avenue and the Bypass in Glasgow.
Well, it's 7:53 now at WCLU, waking up with 69 degrees here on the live and local morning show. Hopefully you didn't have any problems with the water or too much bad weather coming through here. Let's go ahead and check out the weather again so you know where we're going today.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
This morning, more scattered showers around, patchy fog. This afternoon, the sun may try to pop out. Sun and clouds for the afternoon commute, 76 on a northwest breeze. Tonight will clear it out, very comfortable, a drop in humidity, 50. Tomorrow, cloudy, 76. Wednesday, thunderstorms in the afternoon, upper 70s, but a dry Thursday and Friday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
We're going to say goodbye to our folks on Facebook Live because we're going to play a little music right here. We don't want to get in trouble with Facebook. We'll tell you it's 69 degrees this morning, 6.68 inches of rain from Thursday through Sunday, and this weather